welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that addresses all your stock-related queries. In case you're watching us for the first time, well, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. This is where you can send in all your questions so that our top guests can answer them for you live on this show. And for you to get connected live to our guests, to speak to them live as well, you should be mentioning your name, your location and your contact details when you send us your questions. In case you're watching us live on our YouTube channel also, that's on Business Today, then use the comment section there to send me your questions and I will pick up those questions and address it to our top guest. Let me now welcome our guest on the show. Avni Bhatt, Senior Vice President, Equity Derivatives Research at JM Financial is now joining in. Warm welcome, Avni, and good to have you with us. Well, we've started off on a positive note for this new week, which is also the expiry week as well. Newer highs and another milestone on Nifty, 25,900 has been claimed. What's next for the markets? What do you hope?
Good morning, Sakshi, and a very good morning to all the viewers as well. The upward trajectory is on and we are gaining day-on-day basis. But the markets have entered overbought zones. So some bit of profit booking and consolidation may be seen. Bank Nifty, again, as I had mentioned last time also, looks stronger than Nifty. So Nifty will face immediate resistance around 26,000 levels. It may come down to around 25,700 and then resume the rally again. But Bank Nifty is good to go for 54,500 levels. Any decline, any kind of decline close to 53,700 should be a good buying opportunity. So stay long and look at buying all the dips that are there in the market if at all we see some.
Okay, got that. So that's the overview as far as the markets are concerned. A lot of our viewers are now joining in. So Avdish Thakur, Nageshwar, we also have Ankur Modi and Imtiaz Ahmed already joining in with their questions. Warm welcome to all of you. Start sending in your questions so that we can address it to Avni. We'll take the first question. This is on IRB Infra. Avdish wants to know from you, Avni, is there a fresh entry for 5 years advised at this level on IRB Infra? What will you say?
Yes, IRB Infra has already given a breakout on Friday. It gave a very good move, a bullish engulfing pattern, and the good part is it took support at 200-day moving average and moved up from there. So currently today we are seeing some bit of profit booking, but it's a good level to enter from a 5-year perspective. It's a very good level to enter. And we should see the stock move up to around 75 levels within a short period of time. One can keep a stop loss of 61 on the stock.
Okay, got it. So that's the view that's coming in on IRB Infra. I hope, Abdish, this has answered your question. Let's take the next question now. Nageshwar wants to know on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. He has 50, at the rate of 50, he has bought about 600 shares and then he added at the rate of 42 as well. What should he be doing now on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank? He has a 1-year view.
So just keep patience, keep holding on. It's at a good support level. It's not making newer lows. A good level to go, to average also your position. So just hold on to the levels. And if at all you want to keep a stop loss, I wouldn't suggest, it's not required, but you can keep a stop loss of 40.75 on the downside. I don't think it will be hit because it's at a very good support level. It should recover from current levels.
Okay, got it. So that's the view that's coming in. We'll take the next question now. This is from Imtiaz Ahmed. He says, I have IDFC First Bank at the rate of 73.7. Please suggest what should I do? Imtiaz, we don't know what is your time horizon on this one. If you are here for the long term, let me just assume that and get you an answer from Avni right there. On IDFC First Bank, some buoyancy and some volumes are picking up. 1.2% high. It's at the day's high now at 73.7. For someone who's bought it just around the same levels, what would you suggest, Avni?
Never mind, Sakshi, if the time horizon is not given. As a disclosure, I would just like to mention that we've recommended this stock today morning to our clients also.
Okay.
And prospects are pretty good. We are looking at an immediate short-term target of around 78 in the October series. And downside, you can maintain a stop loss of 70 rupees, a very good level to enter.
Very good level to enter on IDFC First Bank. 78 targets could be seen in this series itself. So keep an eye out on that one too. Now let's look at another question that's coming in. This is from Swarnika. She says, good afternoon. I want to buy CDSL. What could be the entry price? Now this stock has definitely been a big outperformer within the capital market space. We've seen bonus splits happening and the stock really performing despite that as well, continuing to create wealth for investors. But at this level also, does CDSL merit a fresh buy, Avni?
So post bonus announcement, once it was X bonus, after that the stock has not crossed that level on the upside. So once it crosses 1600 level, then it will pick up momentum. But the downside is in place. It may see some bit of profit booking from current levels, but around 1470, if you get the stock, that will be a good entry point.
Okay, got that. We have the next caller now with us from Bengaluru. Mohan is now joining in. Namaskar, Mohan. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon, Sakshi. And,
Good afternoon.
I'm fine. How are you, Sakshi?
I'm all well. Thank you so much. Go on with your question, please.
My first question is on the Ganesha ecosphere, who is into recycling space. What is the view? And it has seen some recent correction of around 7.5% in the recent past. Is it a good time to accumulate? That's question number one to Avni. And second is the sugar sector is not sweet anymore. So though plenty of good news are factoring in, but it's not taking, all the stocks are not taking momentum like Balrampur, Chini or Bajaj Hindustan. What is her views? I want to know.
Sure, we'll get you to have Avni's views on both these questions that you've sent in. Avni, Mohan wants to know first on Ganesha Ecosphere, if you track that stock, can it be used for fresh entry at the current levels at 1845? Let's first address this one and we'll go on to the next.
So on Thursday, it gave a close below the short-term moving averages, even below the 10-day exponential moving average. So I think there is some more downside left in the stock. Once it comes close to around 1750, that would be a good entry point. You can wait for that level to go for fresh buying.
Okay. Sugar sector is the next one where he wanted your view, that despite all the positive news flow coming in, favorable developments from the government policies as well for the sugar space, why is the sector really not outperforming as of now, and is the rally over?
So definitely the rally is intact, but yeah, it's a very regulated market and not really in the hands of investors alone. So a lot of policy announcements matter to this, and you have to be very, very stock selective in this sector. The entire sector never performs, all the stocks never come together. So from this particular sector, we would recommend Balrampur Chini, which has a better setup than most other stocks, and it's currently almost near the resistance of 606. Once it crosses that level, then I think we should see a very good momentum right up to 660.
Okay, let's take the next question then. Swati wants to say something. She says it is the best program. Thank you so much, Swati, for writing into us. She wants to know on Sri Oswal Seeds. This is a stock where she has taken an entry at the rate of 29. Should she hold, sell or average? What would your advice be? Do you track this stock at all, Sri Oswal Seeds, Avni?
Not really, but if you can give me the ticker, I can check technically how it looks.
Absolutely. So we will just tell you what the code price. This is Oswal Seeds. Right now trading at 27 odd levels. So
Right.
Swati has taken an entry at 29.
Okay, the structure looks weak. I think the stock will come down to around 24.5 levels. If you want, you can exit at current levels and then re-enter at around 24.5 levels. The structure is really weak. It will definitely come down, and or else you can average at around 24.5 levels.
ओके गॉट इट. तो चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है. लेट्स टेक द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस इज फ्रॉम अर्चना साहू. She says, "Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. I want an advice on any good gold stock for the next 3 months. Thank you so much." So, not very difficult to understand. It is the festive season, and gold prices are definitely soaring internationally as well, crossing newer records too. And we have been seeing stunning rally unfold on several of the jewelry stocks like TBZ. Again, it's a 5% circuit today. Kalyan Jewelers, Titan has been coming back. You see even Muthoot and Manappuram Finance also buzzing. So Avni, your sense on which gold stock should one be looking at?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. So, when the view is positive on a particular commodity, go straight away for the commodity and not for the stocks related to it. There may be other headwinds for a particular stock, but you can go for gold ETF straight away. That's a very safe and secured way of buying gold directly. And if you want to go for specifically for stocks, then I think Manappuram Finance is very well placed in this space.
Okay, got it. So I hope, Archana, this has answered your question. Go ahead and look at gold ETF or Manappuram Finance right there. Two stock ideas, one stock idea and the ETF idea for you right there to play the gold story. Let's take the next one. This is Sarla. She wants to say that, "Hi ma'am, good afternoon. I bought Skipper. I'm on profits, but what could be my exit price? Could you help me with that?" So Skipper has been also has been seeing a lot of traction of late, improving financials, also pulling the stock higher. Even today, there's a substantial move on Skipper, a 13% uptake at 471 odd levels. How would you look at Skipper now at these levels after the recent rally has unfolded? And while the profits are there, should one be looking to book out anytime soon or ride the rally?
The stock is in a uncharted territory, and there could be further upsides in the stock. So I would suggest that you hold on to the stocks, keep a trailing stop loss of 461. So even if you book out at 461, you'll still be in profit. But the upsides can extend up to around 540.
Okay, got it. 540 are the levels that could be seen going forward. So up to you, Sarla, whether you want to book out certain profits or you want to hold on for that too. Let's look at the next question. In fact, we have a caller now with us from Mumbai. Kalpesh Patel is joining in. Kalpesh ji, नमस्कार, कैसे हैं?
नमस्कार मैम, एकदम बढ़िया। आप कैसे हो?
मैं ठीक हूँ, पूछिए क्या जानना चाहते हैं आज?
मैम मैंने फ्राइडे को एक सवाल पूछा था, कौन कौन को मैंने बाई ये फ्यूचर अक्टूबर एक्सपायरी @1020, तब मेरे को एसएल दिया गया था 8080, जो इलेक्शन के दिन का जो ये लो था ना वो वाला, आज वो ब्रेक हो गया है। तो अभी मैं क्या करूँ? अक्टूबर का फ्यूचर है, अभी और कितना डाउन सेल और हो सकता है, तो मैं अपनी पोजिशन कोई पुट कौन सा बाय करूँ या कोई कॉल सेल के पोजिशन हेज कर लूँ, या फिर नीचे यदि आएगा तो भी एवरेज करूँ कौन कोर का?
ठीक है, कौन कौन? ठीक है, 1020 पर फ्यूचर लिया हुआ है अक्टूबर के लिए। और आज जो डाउनटिक आया है, हमने जो देखा है, ये खास तौर पर ब्रोकरेज हाउसेस के व्यूज़ के बाद भी एक रिएक्शन है। मॉर्गन स्टैनली ने यहाँ इक्वल वेट रेटिंग दिया है 1083 का यहाँ पर लेवल देकर, लेकिन कुछ सेल कॉल्स भी हमने आते हुए देखी हैं कॉनकॉर में। ओवरऑल अपनी आप क्या सलाह यहाँ पर देना चाहेंगी? किस तरीके से हेज करें अपनी पोजिशन को कॉनकॉर पे?
मेरे हिसाब से अभी इसको ऊपर आने में काफी समय लग सकता है, तो आप इसको हेज कर सकते हैं। आपकी बाइंग प्राइस काफी ऊपर की है, सो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप ऊपर अक्टूबर की 1000 की कॉल बेच के आपको थोड़ा बहुत हेजिंग मिलेगा। यहाँ से ज्यादा डाउन साइड नहीं है, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट सपोर्ट पे आ चुका है। इसलिए मैं पुट रेकमेंड नहीं करूंगी, क्योंकि अभी प्राइसेस भी काफी हाई होंगे अक्टूबर सीरीज के। बट आप 1000 की कॉल सेल कर सकते हैं।
चलिए ठीक है, उम्मीद करते हैं कल्पेश जी आपको अपने सवाल का जवाब यहाँ पर मिल गया होगा। प्रहर बुरीवाला हमारे को लिख रहे हैं और ये बोल रहे हैं, शैल आई बाय रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज एट द करंट लेवल्स? ठीक है प्रहर जी, अगर आपका लॉन्ग टर्म होराइजन है तो डेफिनेटली मैं एक व्यू दिलवा देती हूँ। ट्रेडिंग के लिए मुझे नहीं लगता कि शायद रिलायंस में इतनी ज़्यादा ट्रेडिंग अभी आस पास देखने को मिल रही है, लेकिन मैं फिर भी अपनी से राय लेना चाहूँगी। अपनी ये नहीं पता कि ये ट्रेडिंग या इन्वेस्टमेंट के पर्पज से रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज पूछ रहे हैं, लेकिन करंट लेवल्स पर खरीदना चाहते हैं। क्या राय देंगे आप?
जी बिल्कुल साक्षी, जैसे आपने बताया कि ट्रेडिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से 3030 का इसका रेजिस्टेंस है, तो ज्यादा अपसाइड नहीं है यहाँ पे। बट इन्वेस्टमेंट के तौर पे तो रिलायंस हर लेवल पे बाय है। जब तक 3200 का लेवल नहीं आता है फिर से, तब तक मेरे हिसाब से जो भी डिप्स है वहां पे ज्यादा डाउन साइड नहीं दिखेगी, वहां से बाइंग आ जाएगी। सो 3200 का टारगेट रहेगा, लेकिन आपका नजरिया थोड़ा लंबे समय का होना चाहिए।
ओके, गॉट इट। चलिए अगली कॉलर की तरफ चलते हैं। हमारे साथ मुंबई से रिया जुड़ रही हैं। रिया, गुड आफ्टरनून, टेल मी व्हाट्स योर क्वेश्चन।
I have bought a Colgate at 3703. I want to know the view about it.
Okay, Colgate 200 shares at 3703. What would be the view right here? The right now the current levels are around 3675. Any upside that one can be expecting here, Apni?
Yeah, so we have a target of around 3800. That's where you should look to book out profits.
Okay, let's take the next question now. Arihant Pavpant has written into us. I'm a huge fan of Abni ma'am. Could she please suggest me any valuable stock for long term? All right, Arihant is a big fan of yours, Abni. Any long term stock idea that you can share?
Yeah, so from a short-term trading perspective, as well as from a slightly longer-term point of view, go for IDFC First Bank and accumulate Eureka Forbes, which is a very good, has very good prospects, because India's penetration into clean water is very, very less, and Eureka Forbes is a leader. So if you have a long-term perspective, I think from 2 to 3 years point of view, Eureka Forbes is a very good stock to accumulate at current levels.
Okay, great stock to accumulate at the current levels as far as long-term views are concerned for Eureka Forbes for the next 2 to 3 years. This is one stock that you can definitely look at. Okay, let's go ahead and take the next question. This is one of the questions from our viewers on Tata Motors. 200 shares bought at the rate of 1012. The question is, what should I do? And I have a time horizon of 10 years. All right, so 10 years is a great time for you to be holding on to Tata Group company, especially from the auto space, and the next 10 years are going to be extremely revolutionary in terms of domestic auto industry is also concerned. But is Tata Motors at 1020 a great stock to be holding at those levels right now, Avni?
See, if I pull out any Tata stock and straight away, as you said, 10 years horizon, I went on the yearly charts. None of the stocks have ever given any negative returns. So, from a 10-year perspective, Tata Motors is definitely a very good stock to hold on to.
Okay, got it. So I hope that answers your question. Gunjan writes into us. It's such a useful show for all of us. Well, thank you so much, Gunjan, for writing in that your query is on DCM Limited. You bought the stock at 96 odd levels, and your question is should you be holding on or sell or average at the current levels? DCM currently is trading at around 91.8 levels. Avni, what does the chart suggest to you?
So the support for DCM is 87.75. I would suggest you hold on to the stock, and if at all it comes to 87.75, that is a level to average.
Okay, got it. So I hope this has answered your question. We have a caller with us. Sandeep Kumar is now with us on the phone line from Lucknow. Sandeep ji, नमस्कार, कैसे हैं आप? संदीप जी, क्या आप सुन पा रहे हैं? पूछिए अपना सवाल। सोलह सौ पे खरीदा, अभी तो फिलहाल 1270 के आसपास आ चुका है ये शेयर, और आपका 6 महीने का व्यू है। अगर हम पिछले 6 महीने में देखें तो 14% चढ़ा है ये स्टॉक। अगले 6 महीने में किस तरीके का मूव रहेगा, लेकिन ईयर टू डेट इसने काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव दिखाया है, और मेरे ख्याल से आपने जब खरीदा है तो ये जुलाई के आसपास खरीदा होगा, जब इसका पीक देखने को मिला था, और उसके बाद से ये शेयर स्लाइड होता हुआ नजर आया है। अपनी मैक पावर CNC मशीन्स, मैक पावर, इस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
Just a sec, Sakshi, I'm not getting the stock.
ओके, गॉट इट। तो चलिए अभी हम लोग इसके ऊपर होल्ड कर लेते हैं जब तक कि चार्ट मिलता है यहाँ पर अपनी को। मैक पावर के नाम से ही आपको मिलेगा। 1268 के लेवल्स पर फिलहाल ये ट्रेड कर रहा है।
Yes, I got the stock.
ओके।
Yeah, so even currently it's in a downtrend only. The stock is not showing any signs of recovery, and it may further come down to around 1170 levels. So not a good stock to hold on to. You can get into some other momentum stocks, momentum sector that are going to do good in next 3 to 4 months.
Okay, got it. Let's see some other questions. Okay, this is interesting. Kushal G says, ma'am, I bought PCBL at the rate of 475. What could be the short-term target on this one? Again, PCBL has been one of the outperformers of the recent past. It has really re-rated as well with the kind of moves that we have seen, and this is within the RPSG group, and the entire group, many of these stocks have actually been outperformers. Let's look at PCBL now. Avni, what do the charts suggest to you now?
See, PCBL had given a breakout around 408 levels after some bit of consolidation. It's overall in an uptrend only, but the target for that breakout is somewhere around 564. So once it comes close to 564, you should look to book out profits.
ओके गॉट इट. एक और आपके व्यूअर का मैसेज आया है अवनी, और इन्होंने नाम तो अपना नहीं लिखा है, जोम्बॉस इनका यूट्यूब आईडी है, और जिस पे इन्होंने लिखा है, आई एम अ बिग फैन ऑफ अवनी जी, आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम हर ऑन कीर्ति न्यूट्रिएंट्स, bought the stock at 130, can I add more? Kirti Nutrients, what will you advise here, Avni?
Could you help me with the ticker, please?
Absolutely. So we'll just look at how Kirti Nutrients is also listed. Just moment please, and I will just get you the ticker price as well. Ticker. Okay, so this is Kriti, in fact not Kirti. So that's the KRITINUT, Kriti Nutrients. So the stock is at 144 odd levels, and in the last 1 month odd or so, the stock has been absolutely flat with a negative bias, but in the last 6 months is when the action has occurred. About a 52% surge is what we have seen on Kriti Nutrients. How would you look at this one, Avni?
Okay, it's a pretty shabby chart, I would say. Not no clear trend ever seen in this particular stock. So I would suggest you can book out from this stock and get into some better stock. Fundamentally, I'm not sure of how the company is looking, but technically, I'm not very comfortable holding it.
टेक्निकली तो चार्ट्स बहुत ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल नहीं लग रहे हैं आपको. अभी आपने अगर 130 पर खरीदा हुआ है तो आप प्रॉफिट में है, बुकआउट कर लीजिए और किसी बेहतर स्टॉक में यहाँ पर आप निवेश कर सकते हैं. लगातार अवनी ने कई स्टॉक्स के ऊपर यहाँ पर डिस्कस किया है इस शो पर. ओके, नेक्स्ट हमें लिख रही हैं मोना बत्रा, और ये SBI के बारे में पूछ रही हैं कि किस प्राइस पर SBI को खरीदना चाहिए. व्हेन शुड आई टेक एन एंट्री ऑन SBI? इट्स बीन अ लैगार्ड बट सम बाउंस इज रिटर्निंग टू द स्टॉक. डू यू थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट टाइम?
So from a short-term perspective, once it crosses 812, we'll see the momentum get back. I mean, it will be out of the woods. But from a longer point of view, like if you see even the private banks consolidated for almost 8 months, and then they gave a very good move in last 1 week. So similar setup formation is seen in PSU banks also. So from a longer term perspective, it's a good stock. Now you can start accumulating because the base is already formed. And from a short term perspective, to gain momentum, it has to cross 812 level.
Okay. Hardik Patel has written in on our WhatsApp for you, Avni. He wants to know on two stocks, and these are two PSU stocks, Hudco and Rights from the railway space. He wants a fresh entry. Which one does appeal to you at the current levels? Where can one take a fresh entry, Hudco or Rights?
See, in my view, I think railway stocks are already down 35 to 40%, but I mean, the uptrend is going to take time. Now, even the stocks are going to take time to even reverse, forget touching all-time highs. So, this is not really the space where I would recommend entering. But if at all you want to stick to the space, then I think Hudco has a better perspective.
Hudco has a better perspective. All right. Well, Avni, thank you so much for being with us on this special edition and sharing all those views with us and our viewers. For all the queries you've answered, always a pleasure to host you, and so that you can also connect with several of your fans also through this platform. So it's a great way to get connected with all the viewers and help them out in their strategies and markets. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, viewers, and it's now time to get you the news updates that are happening, especially when it comes to the GST updates. A panel of state ministers overseeing discussions on real estate and rate rationalization will now be convening an important meeting in Goa tomorrow and the day after as well. And this panel is expected to review the rates of up to 100 products during the two-day session. These recommendations from the meeting will also form the basis of a report which will be reviewed by the 55th GST Council, which will meet in the month of November. My colleague Karishma Sudani will now join in with some exclusive details on this one. Karishma, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sakshi. It's an important meeting of the rate rationalization panel of ministers and also the realty ministers. As you know, it was in the last GST Council meeting held in September that Finance Minister had tasked both these groups to further take their discussions forward. We're doing this meeting in Goa to try and understand what are the key products and goods that they could look for a review. It's expected that the Rate Rationalization Committee could consider a host of about close to 100 goods for a correction of the rate, which is going to be big. For example, if you take a milk product, if that goes for a probable rate reduction, then it's going to have a major impact on the consumer sentiment and on the purchasing power that in the country. Besides this, we are also picking up that Fitment panel's early recommendation of bringing a 3-slab rate structure could be analyzed. However, it's unlikely that a decision be made because this is something that is not a priority on the Rate Rationalization Committee's agenda, and also as for the Council, they would like to wait and watch and work on it in a calibrated manner. What is also expected is discussion on a realty compensation scheme by the GOM on real estate, which could be likely taken up in this meeting. A report will be finalized from both these GOMs and will be submitted to the GST Council, which is likely to convene for its 55th meeting in the month of November. Now, an important update is pertaining to the new GOM that was formed in the 54th GST Council meeting on health and life insurance, which was, of course, making a lot of noise, but the Council decided to let it rest in the matter of a committee to first discuss. While the meeting is not scheduled in the 2 days, it is likely that a discussion could be taken up by Rate Rationalization Committee also on this matter, as it's being convened by the same convener, that is Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Samrat Chaudhary.
All right. So those are important updates that we should be tracking over the next 2 days as well. And Karishma will be tracking all of that for all of you viewers. Thank you so much, Karishma, for getting us all of those exclusive details. We'll be looking forward to what really finally happens at the meeting tomorrow and day after. All right, viewers, we'll get back to answering all your questions. And now joining in to answer your questions for the second half of this special show is Mr. Nilesh Jain. He's the Head and Vice President of Technicals and Derivatives Research at Centrum Equity Research. Warm welcome to you, Nilesh, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Your sense of when you saw 25,900 being breached and newer highs being seen on the markets, do you see 26,000 could be coming in soon?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi. Absolutely, we have seen a good spurt in last 2 consecutive sessions, and a good part of this rally is that the Bank Nifty have started joining the rally, and in fact, it is leading from the front so far. In the month of September, we have seen a lot of outperformance compared to the Nifty index in the Bank Nifty. So from here, we are expecting Nifty to test 26,000 on immediate basis. In this week, we have monthly FN expiry as well for the Nifty and Bank Nifty. So definitely, it is likely to remain volatile, but undertone continues to remain on a positive side. The buying decline approach. 26,000 is the immediate target, and post breakout of 26,000, I won't be surprised if Nifty moves towards 26,300 to 26,500. We have seen a lot of call writing, or I would say aggressive call writing at 26,000. So that is likely to act as a kind of study wall as of now. On the lower side, 25,600, 25,700 is a kind of a good support as of now. So yes, that's the broader range. And as mentioned, it's a buy and decline kind of structure for the Nifty. Bank Nifty is still a buy. 54,500 is something that we are expecting in the Bank Nifty. So 54,500 should be the target, and stop loss on the lower side comes around somewhere around 53,400. So these are the spot levels, and we expect Bank Nifty to touch 54,500 in a very short run.
All right, got that. So that's the overview on Nifty and Nifty Bank. Viewers, I hope that you have noted down Nilesh's view right there. We have a lot of questions already pouring in, so we won't waste any more time and straight away get to those questions, Nilesh. We have the first question for you from Kamlesh Narkere. He wants to know, on either of these three stocks, where would you advise a fresh buying for the long term for 5 years? Salzert Electronics, PG Electroplast, or Dynacom Systems. These are the three stocks that he has chosen for 5 years investment purpose, long term, and he wants to know where can you suggest a buying level? Salsa Technologies, PG Electroplast, or Dynacoms?
Sakshi, you just have to give me some time. First of all, it's
Sure.
Salford Electronic, okay. So yes, the structure of this particular stock is looking positive. This particular stock has been in an uptrend and looks strong from next 3 to 4 years kind of time frame. I think yes, this stock can be bought in a staggered manner. The stock has been in an uptrend. Currently, it is trading somewhere around 940 and has a very strong support somewhere around 825. So ideally, that should be the stop loss. Any dip from here can be used as a buying opportunity. Position target comes somewhere around 2000 to 2500 from next 3 to 5 years kind of time frame. So yes, it's a buy. And which other stocks actually could you please come again?
Yes. So PG Electroplast and Dynacon Systems.
Okay, PG Electroplast. Yes, in fact, this stock has been in a
So it's trading
secular
at 615.
right 615 and trading at all-time high levels. So yes, structure looks very strong, but we have already seen good spurt and good move in this particular stock. Has been a kind of multi-bagger as well. So at current level, it's not advisable to chase, but better one should ideally wait for some dip towards 550 or maybe below 500. And yes, it can also be bought at current bought in a staggered manner for position target of 1000 plus.
Okay, got it. So that's the view that's coming in all of these stocks. I hope, Kamleshi, you've got your answers right there. Next, we have a question. This is from Namish. He says, I'm a big fan of Business Today Television. Thank you so much, Namish, for appreciating our channel. Your question is on MMTC. At the rate of 98 is what he has bought. Now, he wants to know, can he continue to hold on, or should he also average on MMTC right now? The stock is at 92. He bought it at 98.
See, Sakshi, this particular stock has been a lot of consolidation, and good part of this particular decline is that it is not supported by volume. So there are high probability of stock to rebound somewhere around from the levels of 88 or maybe 86. So that's a good support. So ideally, for averaging, one should wait for a dip towards 90 to 88. That could be a good entry point to average this particular stock, and we might see a pullback towards 98 or maybe 105 kind of levels on the upside. The moment it breaks 96 levels on the upside, we might see 105 to 110 levels on the upside. So yes, it's a buy on dip, and keep a strict stop loss below 84 for the long positions.
Okay, I hope this has answered your question right there. Let's take the next question. We have a caller from Karnataka. Guru Prasad is with us on the phone line. Guru Prasad, hi, good afternoon. Go on, ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, I have got both motor share at a rate of 9,500. Now it is in lower side. Yeah, what would be the view? Whether I need to hold or
Okay, Force Motors, you bought it at 9,500. You have 50 shares of Force Motors. You want to know, should you hold or sell? Okay, right now the stock is trading at 7274 odd levels. Let's see what Nilesh really sees as far as Force Motors charts are concerned, and what is the future looking like at 7241 odd levels. Nilesh ji, what would you advise him? Bought at 9,500.
So Sakshi bought it at extremely elevated levels. The stock has already given a good momentum earlier, and from past 4 to 5 months now, we are witnessing kind of a consolidation in this particular stock with a negative bias. But if somebody has a time horizon of let's say more than 1 year, then I think these are the good levels to add on to this particular stock. And averaging can also be done on declines, because 9500 is something that may take some time. We might not see a V-shaped kind of recovery in this particular stock, but yes, a gradual up move that seems very much likely with a time horizon of 1 year plus. and keep a stop loss somewhere around 6,200, 6,300. If at all you see any dip towards 6,500, that can be bought to average.
Okay, got it. Let's take the next question then. This is from Rishikesh. He wants to know, can I buy Amber Enterprises or should I wait for some entry levels too? On Amber Enterprises, what do the charts suggest to you? We've been seeing a lot of buying action emerge in the consumer durable space. Today also, the stock has already shot up 9% in trade. It's trading at the day's high 4750. What will you suggest here?
The structure looks very strong after today's spurt, but the only concern is that with the kind of spurt of more than 9%, is the risk and reward is not certainly favorable at current level. So ideally, one should wait for some dip towards 4,600 or below the same and keep a stop loss below 4,400. It is in fact on the verge of a breakout from a consolidation of almost 6 to 7 months now. If it breaks 4,800 levels on the upside, then we might see the levels of 5,100 to 5,300 as well in a very good time. So yes, some portion in fact can be bought at current level, but keep some money to buy at lower levels as well for better average. At 9% kind of spurt, the risk and reward is certainly not favorable. So ideally, the strategy should be buy and decline, keep a stop loss below 4,400, and position target comes around 5,100 to 5,300.
Okay, got that. So that I hope has addressed your query too. Let's take the next question. This is from Sindhu Ramdas and wants to know, can I buy ONGC at the current levels? There's been some kind of a consolidation after that one-way up move on ONGC. What's next now on this stock, Nilesh? How would you assess this?
Well, actually, it's a good buy at current level, and given the kind of correction where we have seen in all PSU stocks from the highs, the retracement seems to have completed. And after this correction, it is available at a very good risk to reward ratio. The support is at 282, so ideally that should be the stop loss. And it's again a parent company. There is one IPO is also coming. So if somebody wants to apply in shareholder category, so that also from that point of view, that this particular stock can also be bought. And to play this pullback, I think at current level, keep a stop loss below 283. And we are expecting rebound towards 305 or maybe 315 kind of levels on the upside can be seen. But keep a slightly positional view here, not from a trading point of view. Position targets come somewhere around 330.
Okay, got that. So that's the view that's coming in. Already ONGC has shot to the day's high. Over 3% of an uptick can be seen now on this one. I'm surprised how throughout the session today, Nilesh, we haven't got any query on Bajaj Auto. So I will ask you from my end. Bajaj Auto is one stock which has now again hit a new all-time high level, and it's been a continuous outperformer over the last couple of months. If we see the kind of move that we have seen last 3 months move, if we can pull up for you viewers, you will get to see what kind of moves are we seeing. 12,200 crossed for the first time, 12,235 right now. There's a 26% surge that we have seen. Let's see last 6 months as well. On how Bajaj Auto has really moved. It's been an outperformer for sure, and a wealth creator. 33.5% kind of a move you've seen, and it's been a vertical rally in the last couple of months too. And now with that kind of a move being seen on Bajaj Auto, its market cap, if you see, is at 3.4 lakh crores. Now this market cap is equivalent to 3 of the other companies from this same space combined together: Eicher Motors, Hero Motors and TVS Motors. If you combine all this, or maybe even if you add Ola Electric, it will be almost equal to the entire market cap of these 3 or 4 companies, which it is a direct competitor to in this current market space. So you see Bajaj Auto's market cap 3.4 lakh, Eicher Motors is at a 1.3 lakh crores, Hero Moto is at a 1.3 lakh crores, again TVS Motors is at a 1.3 lakh crores. All 3 of these companies, they command almost equal market cap. Ola Electric around 60,000 odd crore rupees. Look at that and compare how big Bajaj Auto has gotten with this kind of move coming in. Nilesh, if you could give us a sense of course a higher price ticket, we are talking about this one, but it merits attention. How would you really look at the stock?
Sakshi, it seems like the most buzzing stock today. Glad you asked about it, because the stock, if you pull up monthly chart as well, if you see from past 18, 19 months, only 2 months were the negatives, and remaining 16, 17 months, we have seen a positive move in this particular stock. So from 4,000 levels to almost 12,300, it has become 3x now, and it is one of the outperformer, in fact, within the auto space, and apart from that, within two-wheeler space as well, we have seen a good up move in this particular stock. And I think this momentum looks strong, still looks strong, and we expect this momentum to continue towards 13,000 plus kind of levels in a very short to medium term time frame. So yes, it's a buy, and buy at current level and on decline, buy in a staggered manner, keeping a positional view and position target of 13,000 plus. The support is coming somewhere around 11,700, so that should be the stop loss. And yes, we are also positive in overall two-wheeler space along with Bajaj Auto. Another two stocks that are looking positive is Hero MotoCorp and TVS Motor as well. So Hero MotoCorp is also in an uptrend, but we have seen comparatively some kind of underperformance in this particular stock. So we can expect a catch-up move in Hero MotoCorp towards 6,500 to 6,800 from a near-term point of view, and one can keep a stop loss below 5,700 in this particular stock.
Absolutely. So that's the view that's coming in on Bajaj Auto right there. We have a caller now with us, so we'll go on to the next call. Ankush Chandak is now with us. He's joining in from Indore. Namaskar Ankush ji, कैसे हैं आप? ये क्या जानना चाहते हैं हमारे गेस्ट से आज? Okay, and you will have a long-term view? Okay, for a long term, chemical sector is what is on his radar. Nilesh, if you could pick out any your stock specific bets that you would look at from the chemicals basket as of now.
Chemical basket, we have seen a lot of kind of underperformance. If you pull up any chemical stock, be it RT Industries, UPL, even Tata Chemical, we have seen some amount of consolidation. So it will take some more time to revive this particular sector. We expect this consolidation to continue. And one particular stock, if I have to pick, so that would be Deepak Nitrate. And we have seen some pull off from the high, somewhere around 3,150 was the high that this particular stock made in the previous month. Now we have seen some retracement as well. It seems like the stock is finding some support near about 2,750 levels. So yes, it can be added at current levels. A positional target for this particular stock comes somewhere around 3,500. And if you just pull up a weekly chart, then you can see the stock has also given a multi-year breakout from the levels of 2,800, and that breakout came in the month of August. So positionally, the stock looks strong and can be bought in a staggered manner, keeping a price target of 3,500 plus, and keep a stick stop loss somewhere around 2,700 for the long positions.
Okay, we have the next caller now with us. We have Gopalan from Bengaluru. Gopalan, go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Tell me your question.
Good afternoon, madam. Madam, I have got Zomato at 280 rupees. I want to invest some 10 lakhs. What is the prospect, madam?
Okay, and you want to invest in only in Zomato or you want to invest across the space?
No, only Zomato.
Only Zomato. 10 lakh rupees in Zomato for the next 6 months. Is it a good time to invest more? He's already got 100 shares at 280 odd levels.
Well, Sakshi, first of all, very good stock pick, and from a short to medium term point of view, as well as from a position point of view, the structure for this particular stock looks positive, and we have already seen a good run up here as well in last 13, in fact 15 months. We have seen a continuation of a high top and high bottom formation. Only once in the month of May it was down, and apart from that, in last 15-16 months we have seen a positive move in this particular stock, and this momentum, it seems like it is likely to extend further. 350 400 kind of levels can be seen in next 6 to 8 months time frame, and the positional target comes somewhere around 400 plus. But the ideal strategy to deploy such a huge fund would be to buy in a staggered manner. Pyramiding can also be done, so keep adding in multiple tranches at current level also it can be bought, but keep some money to average out in the range of 260, 240, or maybe in the range of 220 as well. If at all, if we see any kind of correction, But yes, structure this particular stock is looking strong.
Okay, got it. Well, Nilesh, we'll take the last question on the show. This is from Ankur Modi. He says, can I buy Stanley Lifestyle and Unicommerce Solution at the current levels? I have a long-term view. Both of these stocks are recently listed stocks, Nilesh, so you won't be having the long-term charts here. Stanley Lifestyle is a furniture company into premium lifestyle furniture, and Unicommerce, we do know it's a SaaS-based company along with e-commerce. That's the kind of a combination. It's a unique company that has the backing of Kunal Bhel who had Snapdeal also. Your own sense on any of these stocks, maybe if you could share a view?
Well, Sakshi, I have first of all very limited data of both the stocks after listing. In fact, both the stocks have seen some amount of correction. Stanley, Unicommerce Solution, in fact, both the stocks are witnessing some consolidation. So I won't be able to comment on these particular stocks. But as far as consumption is concerned, a couple of listed stocks which are available. So one can probably look at that particular space. So within furniture space, Nil Kamal is a listed entity, and it seems like this particular stock is forming a good base formation. So this particular stock can be bought. I'm talking about Nil Kamal. So I think it's the same space, and 1800 is a very good support and can be bought for a pullback towards 2100 to 2200.
Okay, got it. So I hope, Ankur, this has answered your question. Many thanks, Nilesh, for being with us on this special edition to answer all the queries from our viewers patiently. Appreciate your time with us on Business Today and on Daily Calls.
Thank you, sir.
All right, with that, viewers, we'll wrap it up at that. Do stay tuned. There's a lot more action coming up right on your screens with by way of Market Guru coming up next at 1 p.m.
Ya,